Make the Mark is back with another hot video, y'all. Today we're going to take a focus on two very outspoken characters. One who's not a professional wrestler, Howard Stern, especially back in the day. Howard is a little bit more conservative nowadays. And Roddy Piper, one of the best shit talkers, one of the best promos ever in wrestling. Let's see what happens when these two get together.
I look better or worse?
Oh, you look cute.
I love you too, man.
And he's not as big as I expected him to be.
You know what? It's like Dwayne in that movie, geez, you're not that big. Yeah, piss me off and watch me grow. But Robin, I love you. I've been a big fan of you. I'm a big fan.
Thanks,
of you.
Rowdy.
God bless you.
You still going by Rowdy or no?
Roddy. The Rowdy was just, nothing was premeditated in my career. I didn't come up with a name. I came fifth in the world playing the bagpipes. First time I fought professionally, the pipe band played me in the ring, and my first name is Roderick. The announcer just knew that. He didn't know I was a substitute. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Roddy the Piper," and the just got dropped. And
but you in your new book, you talk about Vince McMahon in not a flattering way.
Yeah, I love to hate him.
You hate him?
No, I don't hate him. I don't hate him.
Wait, let me read to you what you say. You talk to me about this. Okay. The following are quotes from Roddy on Vince McMahon and the state of wrestling.
All right.
I want to get wrestling back on track. What Vince McMahon forgets is he didn't make wrestling, his dad did. And that's true. His father started the whole, wrestling business.
I think maybe even his grandfather.
Right. So what is it that he's...
Well, yeah, it goes way back. Even before Vince was even born. His grandfather, back to the 1800s. Vince is only 80 years old. He's not 200 years old. So, but what Vince did is he's the one that brought it to the forefront and made one company worldwide. But let's see what Roddy has to say about Vince.
That he's doing wrong. What do you mean get back to?
I'm not a purist.
Right.
I have kids. I love my kids. That's why I live for them. So you turn on the wrestling, and he's got the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club. And as he pulls the back of his pants down, he wiggles his bum cheeks, and he says, "Look, my ass even does tricks." I thought to myself, "Hell, I've known him for 30 years." This guy. And then the thing.
How much do you think he paid people to actually kiss his cheeks, though? Yeah, big pasty ass and something.
So you hate the fact,
okay,
but isn't the WWF always about theatrics, and isn't it about shocking, and isn't it about But you're saying the storylines used to be better, more broad?
No, first of all, there were no storylines. I've never had a storyline in my life.
You never handed a script when you were a wrestler?
There's one time in the WCW, a referee came with a fax to me and said, "You get into the ring. The referee calls us together. He gives instructions and rings the bell." What the hell did you think was going to happen? Until the bell rings, I can't make no money.
But that was the only script that you got.
I threw it back at the guy. No, the art of wrestling is...
but you always knew ahead of time who would win and stuff.
The only thing that was known was they wanted a common ending, whatever that was. How you got there, that's the magic of the wrestler.
That was up to you to be spontaneous.
Yeah, that's where the improv comes.
There's too much scripting.
I think it's a little bit more pre-planned now than it was back then. You know who are going to win. But like he said, how you get there. Like you could see maybe the veteran wrestler or the better wrestler or whatever call it a match if you really pay attention.
And too much acting?
Absolutely. Wrestling, as in New York said to me when I did They Live, if you ever thought wrestling was acting, you're wrong.
Yeah. Now, why don't you start your own wrestling? What happened to you? You were big in the
What happened to me?
You were
Where'd
doing
you
your own
go?
show. You were like the Kiner's Corner of wrestling. What happened? What happened?
Yeah,
Was there a falling out?
No, I'll tell you what. When WrestleMania 3 in the Silverdome, 93,000 people, John Carpenter asked me to do the movie They Live. And Vince McMahon Jr. got mad at me because he said, "I'll have another movie for you in 4 weeks." I said, "Not with John Carpenter directing it."
Right.
So he sent a message via my lawyer that Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon are the only true blue WWFers.
The falling out really occurred when you got offered your movie. and Vince said to you, "Don't do the movie. I'll put you in a movie."
Yes, sir.
Because you didn't comply with that,
Yes, sir.
you fell out
How'd you
of
go?
favor.
Exactly.
And so therefore you become persona non grata. You can't come back to WWF.
No, go away. Leave at your own chosen speed, but go faster, Rod.
Did you say to Vince, "Listen, Vince, I just want to do the film. I love the
bless you.
WWF. I want to talk rationally here. I don't want to be out," but he would not hear you?
Yes, and also 2 or 3 days ago, I FedExed a book to Vince, and as nice a letter as I could put, saying this to him, capsulized: Vince, I don't want anything from you. Your league, you're way off. I got to make it real plain that I was the sickest of them all.
Okay. You seem like a crazy guy. Quite frankly. I don't think it's an act with you.
I don't think you took your medication today.
Are you on any medication? Do you have to take medicine? No. You're not going to take medicine.
No, I've done that one too.
Right.
Remember
Not the type of medication that you could get from a doctor. Well, some of it you probably can. But that ain't really the type of medication Roddy prefers.
It was a steroid investigation, and
You admit to taking steroids, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with it. I don't know. You know, one of the things the government used to do in those steroid things is testosterone. They put, this does not enhance athletic ability. This is your government jerking with the kids. Right. Well, we knew it did. So right away, that discredited anything the government ever said.
Right.
Then they took that label off it, and so they're still trying to. So, does it or does it not? Well, now they say it does. So quit messing with it.
Yeah, you should be able to take it if it doesn't enhance athletic ability.
No, well, depending if you can't get a hard on or not, with testosterone.
Did it stop you from getting aroused?
No, it gave me 4 kids.
Really?
Absolutely.
How can testosterone stop you from
when you took steroids, did your nuts get smaller?
After the cycle goes through a 6-week cycle and the synthetic wears off, your nuts get smaller, and you got to take a thing called granatolvin, I think it's called. Which is like a female hormone which balances things back.
Right.
Good Lord.
It's tricky chemistry. And I could even...
Damn, so you got to take more drugs to take a damn drug? That is wild.
See, in your wrist, you broke your wrist. You won't have it fixed because they say you won't be able to play the bagpipes again.
How'd you know that, man?
I read your book.
You did, man?
Yeah.
Honest to God, if anybody's going to give me an honest God, what'd you think?
It's really honest. It's good.
I did it from my memory and from my heart.
So the point is, when it comes to wrestling and Vince McMahon, you'd like to see a loosening up of the strings where every word isn't scripted, where Vince isn't in charge of everything.
I told you I sent Vince a book, and in the note it says basically this: clean up the sexual part, and I'll get you right back on track with the wrestling. I don't have no problem with you. If you don't, then I officially declare that wrestling is dead.
Wow, that's a very interesting perspective. That was back in 2002. I wonder what he thinks of wrestling now. I think the in-ring wrestling is still very, 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 very good. The storylines aren't quite as wild as it used to be. But how do you guys feel about the state of professional wrestling right now? I'm still a huge fan of wrestling, and that reminds me, need only 4 more subs, y'all, so we can be able to do live reactions to Monday Night Raw and at least one of the AEW shows, maybe Collision, and the pay-per-views. And depending on how it goes, we might do every show that we can do live. Only need 4 more subs. Thanks for all 46 of you that sub that continue to support the Make the Mark channel. I am gone for now. Peace.